Hey everyone, and welcome to The Witcher 1 Lorethrough, episode 49. Full disclosure, this is a re-recording because I had already recorded this episode and then I added a noise gate to the Audacity file for the first time in history and it wiped the entire thing. Yep. All of it. So, take two, I suppose. We're gonna have a chat with Berengar. I mean,
necessary?
Yeah, that's my question as well, Berengar. Is that necessary? I've been beset by wyverns ever since I sat here, wanting to try and start the episode, but they keep coming, and Elven is useless, so, you know. There's that. Now can we have a chat, Berengar? Because I want to talk to Berengar first.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Have you spoken with the Lady of the Lake?
Goddesses don't speak to mere mortals.
Spare me the sarcasm.
So what momentous news did the local goddess divulge? Just don't get all momentous on me.
She spoke about destiny.
Destiny doesn't interest me. But if you want to play hero, be my guest. I'll even help. See, I tricked you recently.
What?
Salamandra actually forced me to betray a few formulae. Subjected me to some tests. I didn't even protest. They paid me well.
Why?
You know why. I wanted to marry, have children, friends, a normal life. The witches robbed me of that chance. This is nothing new to you. Humans hate me. When they see my eyes, they blanch in fear. And children. Tell me, what's the difference between your dear Camoran and a Salamandra lab?
I'm not here to tell you I'm any better than you.
Leave. The mere sight of you irks me. I'm beginning to doubt myself.
Farewell.
Yeah, so that was a strange translation error in the bottom line text there. But I just disagree with him so much. Because he says that Kaer Morhen is just as bad as Salamandra. However, Salamandra just takes children en masse, whereas Kaer Morhen will only take child surprises generally, or the ones that are actually abandoned there. So they don't go around kidnapping people, and so that's kind of the big difference already. And then the second big difference is that Salamandra will then use them... Actually, that's a spoiler. Sorry, I won't tell you what they're intending to use it for yet. But they're intending to use them for worse things that do not include saving humanity, or, you know, at least attempting to save humanity, or defending some part of humanity. So I disagree with him entirely, and I think he's also seeing that it's wrong at this point because he says he's starting to doubt himself because of Geralt, who is all self-righteous and stuff. But yeah, he's not the child of destiny. We knew that. Geralt is, so there we are. If you're wondering why I'm here for two reasons. I'm doing this a lot faster than the last episode, by the way. I'm here for two reasons, and that is first to turn in the slab of skin on my belt to the person who is the mayor. Sorry, chief.
Smart. He found a small box with rolls of paper. He traded it at the store for a new sickle.
Why are you telling me?
Why not?
Wads of paper? Some treasure.
Okay, so that was actually, you didn't hear the entire thing, but that was actually a reference to, at least I believe it's a reference to Dandelion.
Shame.
At one point, actually I don't want to hear him talk because then he'll just keep saying shame and things. At one point, Dandelion wrote, half a century of poetry. But that was his first attempt, his first draft at that, his memoirs, basically. And he was writing it while he was journeying with Geralt and writing stuff down. And eventually he forgot about his script or his notes. I think this was in Toussaint as well. He had this leather cask, I guess, I don't know, a leather pipe where he kept them in. And he left them in Toussaint in Anna Harrietta's closet or something. And he just forgot about it, so he had to write it all over again. And then you get a flash forward in the books where they tell you what happened to it. And years and years and years later, scientists find Dandelion's leather thing, and they open it up, and there's papers in that. But for them, for the researchers, that is a treasure, basically. And that's how they present it to the media, who kind of knows, like, it's not gold or jewels, but really, really dumb thieves do think it's gold and jewels, so they go off to steal it, and all they find is wads of paper, and they burn it all because they think it's witchcraft. That's what I think that was a reference to, but I always thought that was quite funny. Again, Dandelion's soggy wads. Sounds even worse when I say it like that.
Beastie Beta?
No, stop.
Any
work for a witcher, please?
A creature looking like a fish with legs appears by the lake.
You don't
They
say.
say the crypt in the fields is home to a beast. It has huge teeth, resembles a dead mother-in-law. Horrible, they say.
Any reward for these creatures?
Bring proof, and I'll be generous.
Laughing at his own joke
I
twice.
killed the fishman.
Dear gods, what is it?
A fishman.
Take your 800 orange and remove that nasty thing.
You know, you'd think he'd know
Farewell.
what it is, considering he just told me what it was, but, you know, that would be too easy, I suppose. The second thing I'm here for is the blacksmith, and we already talked about Tiensail, of course, but he can actually also tell you more about the Raven's armor quest, even though we can't actually progress the quest in this chapter anymore.
Berenger mentioned you know the legend of Raven.
I know nothing about the legend. I'm more interested in technology. That armor was a breakthrough in armor design, made possible by advances in metallurgy and smelting.
Very interesting. About the armor.
I can tell you about its qualities.
Good, but remember I know little about metallurgy or smithery.
3 elements remain of Raven's armor: a spalder, a rear brace, and a gauntlet. The highest quality iron ores and state-of-the-art technologies were used in its making, not some useless Temerian smelting pots. The gnomes surpass us technologically by an age. Beneath Mount Carbon, they have blast furnaces and quenching tanks, equipment beyond our reach.
Can you tell me about the armor?
As you wish. The technologies I mention allow for the production of steel both hard and flexible, essentially indestructible. As I said, only parts of the armor remain. To recreate the entire suit, you must find replacement material and someone to assemble the parts.
Any suggestions?
Search crypts where great knights were interred. I heard the counts of the Reuter dynasty wore similar armor. Pieces of that should be reforgeable.
It always kind of, it's weird as a Dutch person to hear someone call de Ruiter de Reuter. De Ruiter is a Dutch name, actually quite a famous Dutch name as well, and you know, I don't know, it sounds Redanian, kind of, but it also sounds a little bit Nilfgaardian, I guess, because they have a lot of Dutch names.
Farewell.
I don't know if they are actually referencing anything in that sense, but why not, right? Having said that, we don't actually have a whole lot left in this episode, and I do know from my previous recording that we will finish the chapter in this one. So we are going to go and talk to do the Heat of Day first. We have a few parts left of that. When I did it on my last episode, it actually bugged. Oh, and real quick, because I went and checked this again as well. The ruins, the reason I checked it before was because of the Triss path that has a ghost there, but it doesn't actually show up on Shani's path. I tried a few ways to do that, which is why the episode's recordings were 2 hours long. But I couldn't actually get him to spawn because I think it's just a Triss thing, because even if I didn't gamble against anyone else, or if I didn't have the amulet given already, he just didn't show up. So if you want to see the ghost, there's a gambling ghost. It's part of Triss's path, so just so you know, I didn't forget. It just doesn't exist in Shani's path, because we get the Devourer scene instead. Which was not as eventful as the ghost, I will say, because the ghost is actually pretty fun. So if you are going to replay The Witcher yourself, given that you've already seen the Shani path, I would definitely recommend playing the Triss path, because it has some different options as well. But having said that, I say a lot of things today. We can actually summon her here, and then we have to walk back once more. Yeah, then we actually ask Dandelion for help. But don't worry, I will cut that running out. Hello, Adam. He doesn't say anything interesting, don't worry, he's just sort of sitting there. Wallowing in self-pity, probably. Alina, however, very interested in seeing me. Hello, Alina.
Follow the noon wraith. Come with me.
Alina, gaze in the mirror.
Alina?
Take a good look.
It's...
So romantic.
I am Alina. I must hurry. I am to marry soon.
Alina, you're dead.
Why do you say so? I feel wonderful, if a trifle cold.
Strange. It's hot as hell.
I must gather raspberries for my beloved.
Why did Alina's soul refuse to leave? I can sense her happiness now that she's thinking about her wedding. She doesn't know she's a ghost.
Maybe Nehelenia's mirror is not enough to break the curse.
I heard a story of a Noonwraith who wouldn't wed a Nilfgaardian, but I don't remember how it ended.
A legend, you say? Maybe I should ask those who know folk wisdom. I promised Julian I'd free his beloved.
Geralt, do you love someone?
See, this is I don't know, you don't know, and I do, but that's none of your business. If you say this one, then Alvin just goes, ah, it's Shani, because, you know, it is in this game, but technically I don't know, because I have amnesia, and it's Yennefer, but I don't know that.
I don't know.
That's sad. You should fall in love.
Oh yeah, you just do that. Just fall in love. Just do the thing. So then we're gonna go to Murky Water again. We're gonna go visit Dandelion. So I will cut that out and I will see you there. Right, so let's ask Dandelion about this.
Geralt?
Dandy?
Dandelion, I need to figure out how to help Alina's ghost pass on.
By some stroke of chance, Alina acquired a Nehelenia's mirror, a rare and powerful device used by prophets and oracles. It could foretell the future accurately, though sometimes confusingly. Alina consulted her mirror often.
The mirror didn't help. Alina is still floating around the fields.
Maybe it lost its power.
No, Alina knows who she is, but she refuses to accept her death. How can I persuade her?
What if she could see her sister?
One problem. As a night wraith, Selena only appears after dark.
Selena. That stormy hair we all know, a hand raised to her lips. It's Alina. Alina. Her fingertips. Something's not right there.
Selena sounds better. Never mind, concentrate. You can compose a ballad later.
Sometimes at night Adam listens close. 'Tis Selena's ghost. Lovely, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, lovely. I was thinking, people say art and magic are kin, right? So why don't we try poetry to keep Alina around until her sister arrives at dusk? I need you to write a poem.
So, what should I write about?
Death, Dandelion. Alina is dead, and her spirit roams the fields in daytime. Somehow we have to get her to understand that she's no longer among the living.
Not your everyday commission, but I'm a professional. Any instructions?
Don't provoke her, and no jokes. She's dangerous.
I'll need time.
You have until sunset. Meet in the fields before dusk.
He's really not giving him a whole lot of time, is he? Yeah, so we go to the patch and then we are going to recite a poem for her, which will be so enthralling that she sticks around. And I guess that's also how they work. I didn't know that's how they work, but the more you know. So I'll cut out the walking bit a bit again, and I have to make it dusk, so I will see you there. Right, so it is indeed dusk. We have to wait just a moment for Dandelion to arrive, because he's always a bit late after you've just turned it dusk. At least Albin's here. Oh, there he is. Go on, Dandy. He's trying. See, at this point, technically the midday bride would have already left, but Dandy doesn't care. Punctuality's just not his thing. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yeah, we're there enough.
Iambic or dactylic? Or maybe something new? I'm feeling uninspired. What a nightmare.
What a nightmare indeed. There you go.
Geralt?
Dandy?
How's the poem?
Could we do this tomorrow?
Nope.
Too late. You'll have to improvise.
Master Dandelion, you're to play at my wedding.
Milady, Geralt and I have devised a short poem for 2 voices. Care to listen?
What?
Proceed.
His lips sealed, his eyes blank, his breast stone cold, his heart has ceased. Still in this world, yet no longer apart. Who is this man?
Okay, so you can say the right thing, and then the poem just sort of continues, but you can also say the wrong thing, and then you get a little funny scene. So we're going to do that one instead.
The corpse.
You're the corpse. My lady, forgive me. A hornet stung my friend in the ear. Venom went to his brain. Ceased? Corpse? Nice rhyme. Geralt, try again.
Mm-hmm.
Get so
His
mad
lips
at me.
sealed, his eyes blank, his breast stone cold, his heart has ceased. Still in this world, yet no longer apart, who is this man?
Deceased.
The deceased.
New life comes as hope springs true, his soul shines by memory embraced. The dead returns to the land of his youth to seek his beloved's face. His breast heaves, yet cold it remains. His lips move, his eyes engrossed. Return to the world, but detained by death. Who is this man?
I mean, it's not a very good poem in the first place, but, you know, just
The
saying.
dead.
Your brain is dead. Try harder, Witcher. New life comes as hope springs true. His soul shines. His breast...
Okay, so we've already heard this one.
A Noonwraith?
I beg the lady's forgiveness, but the gods do not make all of us sensitive. Geralt, get it together.
That's also what he says. If you do it the
New
first
life
time.
comes
The
as
Noonwraith
his
done
breath-
this one. Anyway, it's a ghost.
Ghost.
Stop! Stop! Selena killed me. My soul shall know no peace until I am avenged.
Don't worry, she'll be right there.
Alina, it's me, Selena. As you can see, you have been avenged. Selena, don't blame yourself. I know you never intended to kill me. I'm filled with regret. 'Tis justice. I am damned to wander the fields at night till the end of time.
Perhaps. But if we were able to lift one curse, I see no reason why we shouldn't.
Will you help, Witcher?
I'll try. Why did I save Abigail? Were her honor or virtue threatened? No. Because the law was being broken? No. Did I choose the lesser evil? No. The Reverend and his flock made a choice. I'm a Witcher. I neither judge nor punish. I solve human problems. Not always using a sword.
I really like this artwork. This is probably one of my favorite ones from The Witcher 1 in general.
Wanderer, driven on by the wind as I am. Why do you disturb me?
Okay, so it's really easy to bug this out. So you gotta be careful with that. There's a chance it'll still bug, that sometimes if you do help her, the game still says that you didn't. But we're gonna help her.
I'd like to help.
So one exists who is not indifferent to my fate. What is this? A wreath of immortelles? Crown me, white-haired one. Free me!
Go in peace, Selena. You have suffered enough.
Right, so then they both leave. And sometimes one of the easiest way to bug this is if you accidentally talk to Dandelion, or if you accidentally talk to Elvin, or if you move away, basically. So just sort of freeze in place for as long as you can, and then everything will be okay, basically. Otherwise, she just sort of keeps walking and never disappears. Hey, Adam, we fixed your problems.
Yes?
Did you know that?
I succeeded in sending Alina's soul somewhere.
You saved her. Now I must await death for our souls to be reunited.
Farewell.
Right, so there's also an evil ending. Well, not really an evil ending. I don't even know if you can really call it a bad ending, but the other ending... Wait, am I even going the right way? Yes, I am. The bad ending is, first of all, you don't take the Wreath of Immortelles, so you don't get to free Selena. So she wanders for eternity. And if you tell... Julien, if you tell him what Adam did, then he also gets locked up. And while he's locked up, he commits suicide. And because he wants to be with Alina, obviously. And I also believe that you don't use... Actually, do I even need to go here? Yes, I do. You don't use Dandelion or the mirror to sort of wake her up like that. You use Adam because he's dead, and as a dead person, he can talk to her. And that's how you fix it in that way. But then Adam is dead, Selena is never freed, and I don't know, everyone's kind of mad, I guess. Well, that's the other ending.
Geralt?
Yes?
I did what I could for Alina.
How did it happen?
Alina's soul found peace. Selena, well, there was no way I could help her.
Thank you, Geralt. I'm devastated. I was a happy man just a few days ago. Now, I don't know. I may go back to Kovia.
Yeah, so the game still says, hey, you didn't free anybody, even though you did. I've never really cared about the fix because it obviously doesn't affect anything about the ending. It doesn't affect even anything about the ending of this chapter, so I just sort of ignored it most times. And the last one we have, because that's the entire end of this one, so we're going to go to the Lady of the Lake. We're going to tell her, hey, Berengar is not interested, so I will take that job, thank you. And then we are going to fight Dagon, and the Dagon fight is really long and boring, so get ready, I guess. So I'll cut, and I will see you there. Right, so, little chat with the Lady of the Lake, who's having a bath.
Yes?
Yes.
Why the Fisher King?
Shinaz called you clever. Yet your voice betrays that tone so typical of males who think they may treat their lovers as property.
Milady,
You think yourself the only, the best, the biggest.
Milady.
Males are all alike.
I'm sorry. I'll be going.
You're too old to take offense. Not everyone can master the bedroom.
I'm going.
I jest. It wasn't that bad. Now we are even.
So yes, she is saying that the Fisher King is really good in bed. A beast in bed, in fact. And Geralt is... alright, I guess. She's a beautiful thing.
Milady, do you approve?
You sent a troubled soul into the beyond. You revealed Alina to herself with a song.
True.
Yes?
See, she knows that I did the thing, but for some reason Geralt doesn't know that he did the thing.
Berengar has no interest in destiny.
Clearly my vision pertained to you, Geralt.
If you say so.
When the time comes, I shall aid you with a gift.
And you get told that you're a child of destiny, and you're like, if you say so, whatever.
Milady, are these what you wanted?
Indeed. Here, pour a drop of my blood onto the altar. Challenge Dagon to a duel.
So
be it.
We're gonna do that in the light of day, though, because otherwise, you know what? Kind of hard to see. And do I still have talents to use? I didn't even check last time. I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Never mind. Okay, well, a bit of Igni never hurt nobody. So I think I'm actually gonna go for this one here. And then get a little bit more dexterity while we're at it. The rest, I could literally not care less about. Yeah, do this one, why not? And then it'll have to be a day just before. Because you can't fight Dagon in the dark. Sorry. If you've read Lovecraft, you know that that's just not an option. Just kind of asking for it at that point. Short trip on the other side of the island, and let us fight an ancient being. I always thought it was kind of weird that I didn't explain Dagon. I mean, I get that he's kind of part of the Witcher world as far as monsters go, but I feel like he deserves a bit more explanation than that, technically speaking. I'll show you his entry after we actually beat him. I'll always like his intro cinematic though. and that is the day gone. You don't really... Actually, when I did this on the last save file, I bugged out. Ah, we bugged out again. Lovely. Well, this is a bug that happens often. Very, very, very often. You can't actually attack Dagon. Well, you can, but it doesn't really do anything. You have to kill these instead, and then he resurrects them. And then he starts dying. So basically he is killing himself? No, don't attack Dagon. Geralt, you should know this. You should know that this is not something you can do. Will you ever learn, Geralt? Will you ever learn? I can only unbug your sword so many times, you know? And this is basically what you do. This is the fight. I know it doesn't seem like much on easy mode, but it's a little more interesting on hard mode. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one. Sorry. Personal space, Dagon. Personal space. What I say about personal space, Dagon? As long as Geralt doesn't turn around and start punching him in the face instead. No, Geralt, not the Dagon. It should not be that difficult. Finish him. Okay, he's almost dead. It's fine. Give me another one, please. There we go. Set him on fire a few times. I think this might be the last one. No, one more. No, that was the last one. Okay. Cool. Thanks. He has his own little flask as well. And ding also, by the way. That's not Dagon. That's Dagon. You get Dagon secretions. And that sounds about as disgusting as it is. Okay, I don't really need all of their items, I guess. So we're just gonna go and have a look at the lady. And she is going to present us with a sword. Which is nice, because I've been using the same silver sword for... well, basically since the start of the game. Again, if you play this on hard mode, actually upgrade your sword. Don't do what I do. You do actually want to use the meteorite that you gather and make another blacksmith sword. I'll show you how to do that as well, in case you're wondering. It's really just going to a blacksmith and saying, hey, I would like a sword. Just so you know how you do it. You don't necessarily need to do it.
Yes?
I think you can already guess what sword you're getting.
I killed Dagon.
In gratitude, I will part the curtain of mists, allowing you to recall something of your past abilities.
Thank you, milady.
Use my gift wisely.
Milady, it seems I am needed in murky waters.
Destiny has brought you here. We must speak.
Naturally.
I am a goddess. You are the sword of destiny. Death has followed you for years.
Perhaps.
Accept this gift from the Lady of the Lake. It will help you fulfill your destiny.
What gift is that?
Kneel, Geralt of Rivia, White Wolf. You traveled a long path fraught with danger. You demonstrated courage and goodness. By divine power, I hereby knight you. Face your enemies without fear. Safeguard the helpless. Never lie, even if it means your death. That is your oath. Arise a knight. Destiny will give you no rest. A long road lies ahead. I see death and blood. I see frosty chaos. Take this sword as a sign of my favor. Once the blade of a great warrior, it lay in the depths for ages, awaiting your arrival.
Milady.
Shh, Witcher. It matters not if you believe in destiny. With the blade I present you, you will complete your mission.
Thank you, milady.
Go, White Wolf, and do what must be done. May you fulfill your destiny.
+1 erudite. And your sword is somewhere on the floor, I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly where, but your sword is somewhere out here, just can't find it. Erudite. Right, so let me quickly show you Dagon. Dagon is a mythical creature. According to the legend, it rests at the bottom of a lake near the village of Murky Waters. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. Yeah, that is a straight up quote from Lovecraft. Powers older than humanity slumber in the depths, where no sun rays disturb them. Gods and demons sleep in underwater cities awaiting their time, and it is said that when the hour comes they will awaken and bring annihilation to the world. One of those creatures, Dagon, rests at the bottom of the lake and is worshipped by Vojanoi and lunatics. Dagon is an embodiment of strength and fury, and when he comes ashore, he becomes destruction incarnate. Forbidden books like the Hymns of Madness and Despair describe the ways to summon him, for he can only be called to a place dedicated to him. Yeah, he is just straight up a reference to Lovecraft. Oh shit, did I just do that by accident? Oh dear lord, I always forget what the keys are for this. We'll just save, and I'm gonna cut back to the village and try to fix whatever it was. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Fixed it. Yeah, so you can change how you play the game. And as you could see, that the way that I was just about to play the game's not that great. Okay, see you back at Murky Waters. Oh, almost forgot about this guy actually. There's a man at the boat. Sorry, Berengar. Forgot about you. You're forgettable.
Berengar?
I betrayed Keir Moran's location to the Salamandra leader. Then I helped them with their research. I was hunting the beast in the outskirts of Vizima when they captured me. I escaped and ran into Kalkstein, accepting his offer to open the tower in the swamp. That's when they nabbed me again. They weren't as nice the second time around. Finding Alvin, bringing him to them, was the only way I could save my skin.
Why are you telling me this?
I wanted to tell you to your face. See that famous icy glare of yours?
Yeah, so Berengar is just annoying, mostly. He's such a bad witcher that Salamandra caught him not once, but twice. Berengar. And also, there are two things you can do here. You can let him go, say, like, I don't care, or you can kill him here. That is also an option. When you do that, you pick up his medallion, and I'm not going to talk about the medallion yet, because I kind of want to do that in the end, because there's something by the end boss as well involving the medallion that isn't really explained at all, so I'm going to save that and talk about it then. But for now, I'm actually going to let him go. I'm not going to pick up his medallion. We're just going to have a little cameo of him later.
I don't intend to judge you.
Does that mean you understand? You don't condemn me?
Well, I mean, you're still an idiot, but hey.
I can't condone your choices, but I guess I understand.
Meaning?
Do what you think is right. I'm not your nanny.
Take this. We'll meet again, White Wolf.
Right, so he gives you a letter. He's just not very good at talking to people, so I kind of get that. He gets you a letter instead. If you kill him, you loot the letter off his body, and it's so sad. Berengar's letter. I always believed the Witchers had stripped me of the ability to communicate with humans. Now I know this to be untrue. Whatever the reasons, I cannot talk to people, so I write this letter instead. Herein I admit I am a coward. I fear pain, incapacitation, and death. I was afraid at Kaer Morhen, afraid when I fought monsters, and finally I feared the Professor and Azar Javet, especially the latter. He supervises Salamandra's scientific projects, creating deadly creatures from black magic and mutagens. He is a powerful mage, but if my plan works, he will be a dead mage, and the Witcher's secrets will be safe, in spite of everything. I am content our paths crossed as I set off now for Vizima. Berengar. Okay, spoiler alert. You never hear about his plan again. Maybe CDPR had plans for his plan. That is ironic, but maybe they had plans for his plan, but he doesn't have a plan. Or if he did have a plan, then it doesn't happen. Good job, Berengar. You are literally good at nothing. Now we're gonna go back to the shore to meet a great friend of ours. Not really. We don't like her, but hey, there we go.
Geralt of Rivia. I've oft heard of your death.
Forgive me, but I don't think I've ever heard of yours.
White Rayla. What brings you here, Witcher?
Slaying monsters. Nothing unusual.
Have you seen a unit of elves in the area?
No, no units.
Watch what you say. You're hardly untouchable. If I discover you working with the Scoia'tael...
Threatening me?
No. Merely helping you to avoid a serious error whose consequences might prove too dire for you to handle.
You watch your step too. I'm not some emaciated elf. I can defend myself.
I don't doubt it. Know that Vizima is burning. Non-humans have turned it into a war zone. Those poor starving elves are murdering humans by the dozen. My orders are to halt the unit to Ruvialep Shahil commands, and I won't have you getting in my way. They're cowering in the village and have taken hostages. We'll attack soon.
Losses will likely run high.
Strange words, given your new friend is that murderer Yavin. I know you had a hand in the bank robbery. By some coincidence, the Scoia'tael have carried better arms ever since. Whatever the case may be, these peasants gave the unit shelter and food. They are guilty of treason.
I won't let you slaughter these peasants.
Ha! Would you take us on? Very well. Speak to that elven bitch. If they lay down their arms, I guarantee a fair trial. For them and the peasants.
Hold off attacking until I get back.
You have my word.
I just need you to know that everyone in this entire situation is awful. Also, she's not done talking yet.
Yes?
I thought the Order only accepted the devout.
I'm a mercenary, not a monk. I work for anyone willing to pay for non-human heads.
Even other non-humans?
You have to draw the line somewhere. During the war, my unit provided cover for retreating civilians. The Scoia'tael were the vanguard of the Nilfgaardian army.
I think I know how this ends.
Do you? They slaughtered my whole unit. Merciful, given what they did to me. Ever been tortured, Witcher?
War is cruel. It warps us all, not just elves.
Pacifist crap.
She's very mad.
Dogs!
Very, very mad. Okay, so real quick, Rayla, you don't actually meet her for the first time in the war. The first time you meet Rayla, and there's a few more things I want to say about her appearance, by the way, is actually in... I think that's still in Gorsvelen, when Yennefer is taking Ciri to Aretuza, supposed to, and Yennefer, Ciri, Margarita Loantil, and Desire of Reese are sitting in a sauna of some sort, with a small pool and everything, and they're just blathering along with their clothes off, and an officer is announced, a Redanian officer, and that officer was Rayla. But they didn't know that, so they were all taking on provocative poses with, you know, legs wide open, thinking that they were gonna prank the poor little boy officer, but there was no boy officer, it was a woman. Black Rayla still at the time. You'll notice that she's called White Rayla right now. And she just didn't, she wasn't phased, she didn't even blink at it, and that kind of ruined the jokes for them. So she was at first a Redanian officer, and she did in fact then do exactly what she said she did, but with defending the civilians, but she was already torturing non-humans before that. Like, let's not pretend that this is a new thing, Rayla. This was an old thing. She'd already done that before, the Scoia'tael had already done it back to her, so this was an ongoing thing. And the whole retreating thing and the guarding civilians thing was just after Nilfgaard had attacked. So this was after Vengerberg had already fallen, and most of Lyria was burning, most of Edirn was burning, and Nilfgaard was hunting down civilians to use as slaves, and Rayla was basically the only group, was Rayla's group, was trying to defend the civilians, and at that point she was unwilling to drop her weapons when the Scoia'tael told her to, and she basically fought them to the death. It's never actually mentioned when she gets tortured, because she does fight in the Battle of Brenna, as far as I know, because she comes out alive. She is still alive at the end of books. Well, I guess you know that because she's here. But she is disfigured, which you don't really see anything disfigured here, really, at all. No, really, at all. She's just fine. She's supposed to be disfigured. And she was also supposed to be called White Rayla with white hair. And, I mean, I guess they tried to make it grayish or something, but this is not white hair, guys. So she's supposed to have actual white hair, which is also why, instead of being called Black Rayla with her very black hair, she was called White Rayla now because of her white hair. So, you know, there we go. That's who Rayla is. She has hated non-humans for a very long time. Now we're going to go to Murky Waters. and have a little chat with Teruviel, and honestly, her elves are also kind of dicks. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that, but they are. They're not good people either. Especially the officer that you talked to at the start. He's awful. I wanted to punch him, but you never get the option. That's one of my main gripes, I think. The officer we're about to talk to, you do not get the option to either backtalk him or punch him in the face. When really, I want to do that with a fiery passion. And even I know it's an elf, but I just want to punch him. And you'll figure out why pretty much immediately when he opens his mouth. Oh, good on that.
Geralt?
Dandy?
Dandelion.
Teruviel's elves have taken hostages in the village. What do we do?
I spoke with Rayla. She's leading the Knights of the Order.
Geralt. Alvin's one of the hostages.
I know. I'll try negotiating with them.
All right. I'll keep a lookout behind the village mayor's house. When you're ready, come tell me what to do.
I need to talk to White Rayla and Teruviel. Somehow I doubt this will be easy.
You'll manage. See you.
Alright, so another thing that you need to know about this particular moment in the chapter is that this is the turning point. So, walk around. I won't walk forward just yet. Hey, Tobias. If you choose anything before this, if you choose the elves, or if you choose the order, if you choose to be neutral, it doesn't actually matter for the end of the game. What matters is the choice you make now. Either you join the elves, either you join the Flaming Rose, or you join nobody and you become neutral entirely. You can still make that decision. It's just this one. And Dandelion actually makes a very unsubtle remark about that already, so I'll tell you about it when he does, even though obviously it's not very subtle. So just so you know, you could have joined the Flaming Rose in every single other choice before this, and then you would still get the Scoia'tael ending if you choose Scoia'tael here. So, hi Tobias. Are you sad?
Beastie Beta?
Yeah. So you can actually just, you can still do this.
How are things between you and the Vodianoi? Everything all right?
Well, I hope. But you can never be certain with fish people.
You could just sort of have this conversation
Farewell.
while his village is getting raided. Good stuff.
Why stay and rot here?
Geralt of Rivia. Teruviel spoke of you.
What do you want?
I lead the reinforcements Yavin sent to help Teruviel. As you can see, Vivaldi's gold is finally serving a just cause.
Arms bought for stolen gold. Admirable. If you've come from Vizima, then you led White Rayla here.
Unimportant. Teruviel could hardly run forever. The Order's hounds cannot be outrun. She should see this as an opportunity to face and defeat her persecutors, and then return to aid Yavin.
You're giving Teruviel no choice, and now you need me to kill the Knights.
Teruviel is a living symbol of our struggle. She has no right to turn and flee. You've done so much for us already, so stand with her, with the persecuted, against those who are blinded by hatred.
Why would I do that? For some of Vivaldi's gold?
No. To support a just cause and prevent a massacre like that in the outskirts. And to save your Alvin from the Order's bloodthirsty lackeys.
Oh, I know something he don't know, so that would never happen, but I can't explain that until later. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. He also talks to me so haughty, like, I've been helping them since forever, and they're like, oh, I'm better than you, and Teruviel shouldn't be running. I decide this. I'm almighty. I'm amazing, and I just want to slap him.
When will this end?
But I'm never allowed. It's maddening. Maddening is what that is.
Always find employment here.
Yes?
Hi, Alvin.
You all right?
No, I feel strange. I can hear what they're thinking. It's terrible, Geralt.
Do you have the necklace?
Yes, I wear it all the time. I don't want to hear them. Geralt, why are the elves doing this?
I always thought it was funny where he's like, I wear it all the time, and his character model just has nothing there. I wear it all the time. Really, it's just invisible. Yes, yes. Okay, so this is basically just a matter of opinion. It doesn't matter what you answer here. Again, it doesn't matter at all. It's just, what do you think? So, Option 2, it's really harsh, but it's true. But since we're all pro Scoia'tael, we're gonna be like this.
They're fighting for their freedom, for an ideal. Humans have them up against the wall and they see no other way.
I'll remember that, Geralt. Something bad is about to happen. I can feel it.
I've got to talk to Taruviel. Stay here.
Alvin will remember this.
I'm ready to fight.
Oh, you're not Taruviel, sorry. Yeah, all elves look alike. That's racist.
Geralt, why have you come?
Don't sound so mad.
I've come to prevent a massacre.
There will be no massacre if they let us depart.
You could have left the children alone.
In faith, I could not. White Rayla stands on that shore. Several peasant corpses made no impression on her. The children halted her advance.
Yeah, so this is why I think both sides are just trash in this case, because they've already killed peasants who have done nothing to them, who actually wanted to help the elves, and they did, they said, no, I don't want to, I'm too proud. So I kind of resent this entire chapter end, like, both sides. Because I don't like the White Rose, because they only hunt them because they are elves, basically, especially Rayla, who just wants to kill elves no matter who they are, no matter where they are. And because the elves killed peasants for no real reason. They didn't do anything bad. They didn't deserve that. It's rude.
I want to help, but you must release the hostages.
I know you're a friend. Some Scoia'tael from Vizima joined us recently. They spoke of you, of how you helped Yevon at the bank. The Havkarin are once again supplying arms and provisions, for they believe Yevon will pay them.
I'm glad, but...
Help us flee under cover of night. We have no wish to fight. With luck, none will be harmed.
Agreed.
And tell Dandelion he may well get shot if he continues to hide behind the house.
Wait.
Yes?
I want to do the other option too.
At least let Alvin go.
No.
Long conversation, right?
Geralt, take me with you. I'll be good.
Patience, Alvin. It's all right.
I have another question. Why has no one given this child new clothes at this point? Yeah. I have a lot of questions in general. Right, this is where you make the choice.
Geralt?
Dandy. Yeah, I don't think we want to go to the Order anymore. So...
Dandelion, things have gone from bad to worse.
Scoia'tael on one side, the Order on the other, and us in the middle with Alvin.
Mahakaman safes designed by gnome engineers. Masterful locking spells. Battle-hardened war veterans. 500 years of experience. All this to keep your coin safe. Absolutely safe. Don't believe the hype. The forces are balanced. Rumors of riches stolen from the bank have drawn food and weapon suppliers. Riches that humans stole from Vivaldi earlier. Scoia'tael won't admit it, but the fight for freedom is easier on a full stomach in decent armor.
Just don't get why they're killing peasants. It irks me. Don't do this thing.
Geralt, what now? Leaving's not an option. You'd make enemies of both the Order and the non-humans.
I'm not worried about that. I'd rather save Alvin, but if I go, there could be a massacre, and I have friends to think about.
Witcher, this feels like a pivotal moment. What you do will have consequences. So do we grab Alvin and leave them to it?
Yeah, so this is like, no, the elves need my help, and you can also, if you talk to Rayla, then you can do the other one. If you say exactly here, now you pick the neutral path. Good job. But the elves need my help, so we're not gonna do the neutral path.
No, the elves need my help.
What should I do?
Find the Fisher King and tell him to be ready. We're going back to Vizima.
All right. See you at the Lakeside.
I want to get Alvin out of here. I can't allow him to be harmed in any way.
The little one has come to love you as a son loves a father. We do not kill children. Take him with you.
It's a trap! They're attacking!
I always thought the sound effects of them getting their throat cut was so hilarious, because it's just like... Okay, now your throat's cut. With a giant sword. That's how swords work,
Alvin,
right?
no!
Alvin does it again, that wascally wascal. Oh no, not silver. I know they're monsters technically, but... Don't be like that, Geralt. Oh, are you bugged again? Yeah, he's bugged again. Nice. See, you're still hitting him, but you can't really do the combo. Kind of annoying. There we go. That's better. Hard, he says, as he murders a guy and literally pins him to the wall. Good job, Geralt. Oh, I didn't equip the thing again. Nice. Set people on fire, please, Geralt. There you go, you set him on fire. Good. Also, fun fact, Scoia'tael have like no cash on them, but the Knights of the Order, these guys are loaded. Like, for real. Oh, they're all just sort of ganging up on him. I love this! I love ganging up on people. Oh, it's my favorite thing. Now, this guy only has 20. Don't worry. So 26. But the 32, the true Knights. The true Knights have like 50 on them. It's amazing. There we go. That's a true Knight. You can recognize a true Knight by all the cash they have. It's amazing. And also diamond dust and golden rings that you can't carry because you suck and didn't drop this sugar doll.
Why stay and rot here?
I don't know. Why stay and rot here? You tell me. Get out of my way, Huntress. I'm trying to loot stuff. You better get on my course. There we go. That's my corpse. Where you at? Where you at, Teruviel? Teruviel! I guess you already bailed. Very rude. Very rude. Okay, so now we're gonna just go back. And we're gonna take the boat. And then we're gonna enter the next zone, which is an old zone, which is also now a new zone. And that's the end of the chapter. Am I even going the right way right now? Yes, I am. Kind of? Yes, I am. And I do think I will end the episode there, so I'm still going to show you that. Because it's important. I didn't want to spoil any of the Order stuff for you, so if if you're going to replay this, play it as Triss Order style, and then you'll see all the other things that you didn't see in this Lorethrough. Honestly, the lore of the Order is kind of a... clusterfuck. There's no other word for that. That's what it is. They actually started as the White Rose, so there's like there's a bit of lore there that isn't really, shall we say, straightforward. So that's just going to be a video at one point, which is why I'm probably not going to explain that in the Lorethrough, because they're no longer the White Rose. They are the Flaming Rose now, so they can kill more non-humans. That's their thing. Hi, Dandy. Are we taking the boat?
Geralt?
Dandy? Berengar, I have his confession.
Berengar. I have his confession. It contains some clues that could be important.
Clues?
We haven't finished with Salamandra. Azar Javed, the mage who attacked Kaer Morhen, is somewhere in Vizima.
He feared neither sorcerer nor the hosts of the damned.
You're raving, Dandelion.
And walked bravely on, his destiny to meet.
Let's go.
He is making a poem. Geralt.
Geralt?
Geralt.
This is bad. Really bad.
What happened?
Alvin opened a portal and disappeared. He could be anywhere.
We need to get back to Vizima. Triss might have some ideas.
Vizima it is, then.
After you.
What if I don't want to? This is so romantic. Sing for me, Dandelion. We're just going to assume that this is actually the Lady of the Lake. Okay? Nobody likes the Flaming Rose. Nobody. Oh, go on. Don't give me 2 loading screens. It's a bit too much.
We arrive in Vizima soon.
Smell that?
Yeah. Smoke. Something's burning.
Heavy and stifling. Like thatched roof huts.
Damn it, Geralt, look! Gods damn it, Geralt. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
You should be used to the sight of fighting by now, Dandelion.
We should never grow accustomed to violence and horror, especially the sensitive among us.
Luckily, we mutants have no feelings. Is that what you mean?
Nose to the ground, forging on. You're like a bloodhound on a fresh trail.
Old Vizima awaits.
Probably the site of the heaviest fighting, then there's the plague.
We need to get inside. Finally, I'll find out who's behind Salamandra.
Geralt?
You sure you want to come?
You sure you want to come?
I'd never desert you. I want to help.
But matters may get intense.
I hope you don't think I'm scared.
Not at all.
Okay, maybe a little bit. Tiny bit? Okay. This is where I am going to make a little cut. And we'll start the final chapter in The Witcher 1 in the next episode.